Hey there, and welcome to Trivia Ronin. I'm your host, Matt McNelly, and whether you're watching us live on Zoom or Twitch or after the fact on YouTube, welcome. We're happy to have you. Quick breakdown of the rules. 1, we are honor code here, so you keep your own score. Feel free to cheat. You get nothing. 2, after each question, you will get 45 seconds to answer. Absolutely do not show your answer until the 45 seconds is up. If you're playing on Trivia Rat, type the answer into your phone. Do not hit submit. If you're playing on Twitch, enter your answer with about 5 seconds to spare. That should match up with us live. There's so many options of ways to play, and now we don't have a third step. We just have 2 steps because I said step 3. Tonight, there are going to be 30 questions. They are all worth 1 point. Maybe there's some bonus points sprinkled in, and then there's going to be a story question at the end. Tonight is inauguration themed because today is January 20th, day 1 of the Biden administration. Without further ado, we all ready to go? Awesome. Question number 1. Joe Biden and Michael Scott are both natives of what Pennsylvania town? 45 seconds on the clock. Slowly. Slowly but surely. There it is. 45 seconds. Joe Biden and Michael Scott. Michael Gary Scott. Natives of what Pennsylvania town? Born and raised, in the case of Michael Scott. In the case of Joe Biden, raised in Wilmington, Delaware. Maybe? I don't know. I got 4 years to figure it out. 23 seconds. Guys, just a reminder, we're now back in the Paris Accord. 17 things happened today, so I'm just going to say them while we're thinking of these questions. I think I have most of them in my brain. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Long question 1. Show them. Yep. Spelled perfectly. Look at all of us Office fans and fans of the Oval Office. Nailed it. Scranton, Pennsylvania. Scranton, PA is the answer. Question 2. Again, this category, all inauguration themed. With malice toward none, with charity for all, let us strive to finish the work that we are in. It's from the second inaugural of what U.S. president? 45 seconds. With malice toward none, with charity for all. Sounded similar to what was said today. Address. This is their second inauguration as president. So every president, if you get another term, you are re-inaugurated. Yeah, this is true. So it's not Jimmy Carter. Let's put it that way. It's not Jimmy Carter or Donald Trump. 1 term. I'm bummed about Jimmy. He wasn't there today. I hope he's okay. Rooting for you, Jimmy. You are just plain old, so I get it. Show him. Da-da-da. Obama's a good guess. FDR's a good guess. It is Broham Lincoln, though. Middle of the Civil War. He's trying to be nice. You know, you do your best. Seth Ron, correct. Jimmy Carter, too busy building houses today. Jimmy Carter, God bless him. John F. Kennedy's pre-inaugural party is still considered to be the biggest event in D.C. history. What blue-eyed singer served as planner and host? 45 seconds. Friend of JFK. Back when we could have parties. I guess he had one before. I mean, you don't have to not be hungover to put your hand on a Bible, right? John F. Kennedy's pre-inaugural party is still considered to be the biggest event in D.C. history. What blue-eyed singer served as planner and host? Five, 4, 3, 2. Perhaps an old Blue Eyes. Yep. Frankie Simpson. We were looking for Franklin J. Sinatra. Frank Sinatra. MC and party planner. Who knew? Question number 4. This one's fun. It's fully a guess for everybody. Not including Whigs. Which party has had more presidents in the White House, Democrats or Republicans? 45 seconds. You can count them if you want. And by that, I mean physical people, not terms. Important distinction. Humans with an R after their name or humans with a D after their name. Sethron, sorry, no tunes. We're going to figure this out. No royalty-free tunes tonight. Including Whigs, who's had more presidents in the White House. The Whig Party eventually became sort of the Republican Party, but it's a little too dicey. Show them. It's a good guess. Yep. I know it's a bummer, but you're all correct. It is the GOP, 19-16. But I mean, like, there was a time when they weren't scumbags. So, you know, a few of those count as D's, really. Question 5. In 1870, cartoonist Thomas Nast made a lasting symbol of the Democratic Party, depicting it as what? 45 seconds. Tommy Nast. Worked for the magazine Puck. Made a lasting symbol of the Democratic Party. What did he say? I mean, probably, right? I feel like that might be a joke, but also, like, maybe he's the Nast in Condé Nast. Is he? I actually don't know. Trivia question next week. I'll Google that. 10 seconds left. In 1870, cartoonist Thomas Nast made a lasting symbol of the Democratic Party, depicting it as what? It was, you know, it was a metaphor, wasn't it? Show it. Yes. No, it's the other one. It was either elephant or donkey, but it's they're the donkey. Or as Nast said, a bunch of jackasses. True story. And they said, that's fun. Fuck you, Tommy. We are. So there. That's our word now. Question 6. How many times was Franklin Roosevelt inaugurated? 45 seconds. As said before, every 4 years, gotta have an inauguration. FDR inaugurated how many times? Frankie Delhi Roosevelt. Inaugurated. Jasper, welcome. Not too far behind. 2-1, show 'em. Yep. Good guesses. 3 or 4 was the good guess. 4 is the correct answer. And there goes my light. Don't worry about it. You can't see me. It's going to go down here now. I'm going to have monster light. Monster light face. Ready? Let's see how it looks. Not that bad. Great. 4 times was the correct answer. Question 7. A patented McNelly wordy one. Federal Judge Sarah T. Hughes of Texas is the only woman to have sworn in a president and the only person to administer the oath of office on a plane. Who did she inaugurate? 45 seconds. Da, da, da. Hey, that's staying put as long as I don't move. Yeah, exactly. If every answer was the lead, it would be too easy, Doug. Federal Judge Sarah T. Hughes of Texas. The only woman to have sworn in a president. And the only person to administer the oath of office on an aeroplane. Who did she inaugurate? Again, only 10 inauguration questions. And round 2 is going to be very cathartic, I hope. 3, 2, 1, show 'em. Yep. Just the middle initial, please. Yeah. Ooh, Clinton by his request. I like that. Hey, Monica, come get on the plane. She's not Monica. The answer was Lyndon B. Johnson. Lyndon B. Johnson, JFK would be the lead answer, but Lyndon B. Johnson is the sneaky correct answer. Jackie O also there. If you want to talk about it being tough for Trump to show up today, think about Jackie O in that moment. Anyway, question 8. Nothing's tough for Donald Trump. The religious beliefs of Herbert Hoover and Richard Nixon suggest they would have preferred to take an oath of office instead of an oath. To what sect of Christianity do they belong? Thank you for making that face, Doug. That's why I wrote the question. 45 seconds. And also why I didn't show my camera for this one. Because I'm embarrassed by this question. Slow claps, everybody. Yep. I'm hiding, guys. Faster. Yes. You're allowed to unmute if it's slow claps, guys, just so you know. The religious beliefs of Herbert Hoover and Richard Nixon suggest they would have preferred to take an oath of office instead of an oath. To what sect of Christianity did they belong? 10 seconds and we can stop groaning. Thank you, Doug. I'll throw the beads later. Real groaner here. This started because technically Quakers aren't supposed to take oaths. The answer is Quaker, by the way. Quakers, everybody got it? Quaker, I hardly know her. There you go. And we're done with those. I hope. Question 9. Flying, guys. Lincoln, Truman, and Taft all served their guests some form of terrapin soup at their inaugural feasts. What's a terrapin? 45 seconds. True story. They all did this. I mean, not personally. Taft would have eaten them all, am I right? Can't let him in the kitchen. Famously fat. As we say here at Trivia Ronin. Also, Supreme Court Justice and President. There you go. Yeah, always golfed all the time. Golfed more than Donnie or Obama. By the way, I looked this up. This isn't a question, but it was going to be. Donald Trump was on pace as of these last 3 months to have golfed 780 times in his presidency if he made 2 terms. 780. Good for him. Sorry, show him. I forgot to... Da-da-da. Yep. Everybody got it. Emojis count. It's a turtle. It's, or as Sethron said, it's the minority leader of the Senate. He's on fire tonight, guys. Guys, that's a Mitch McConnell joke, and that's good. I like where your head's at. Question 10, last of this round. The 20th Amendment says the president is to be sworn in at noon on January 20th. Within a week. What was the previous inauguration date? 45 seconds starting now. This is your Instagram answer. Instagram answer. What was it? Within a week. Thank goodness it's not this date. There's your hint. It's after January 20th. I'll give you that's your hint. I'll take 19 out of 365 off the board. It's later than January 20th. And it is a date, not a day. If you were thinking it's like first Tuesday of the month situation. It is not. Take a stab at it. Within a week. 2-1, show them. Yes, Douglas. Very close, but a couple people on the dot. March 4th. So if you had February 25th to March 11th, and if you're about to say, what about leap years? I'm going to say the president's never inaugurated on a leap year, and fuck you. But you're all lovely, so I wouldn't say that. Anyway, that's 10, right? Thank goodness. Thank goodness, like, because then this president would have been president until March. That's what I was going for. Yeah, and he's not. We would have had another month of, Oh, that would have been smart. I would have said March to the correct answer for you. There you go. That's bad. Anyway, so guys, now with the rat, with the old trivia rat, we don't do our scores now. We're going to do our scores when we come back to the next round. So everybody take 3 minutes, stretch. Jasper, good to see you. Inauguration special. We're having a good time. Boom. We are having fun. Let's find out. Auto pair? I hope so. Hey, it's working. Yes, so I'm going to restart our good friends. Oh, no, I'm going to stop. And then I'm going to say game on. Great work. 80% of answers correct, guys. Nice job. So, after round one, CEO Doug, excellent name, has 10 points. Just Us Labias have 6. And where's everybody else score-wise? 5er, 4er. Pudman, where you at? Nueve, excelente. So yeah, anybody's game. Jasper, there's a chance for you to get a bunch of points soon in this round. So guys, this round, thank you. Oh, right. It's not automatically 10 anymore. Select, new round, game on. Okay, now we're back. Guys, round 2 is 10 questions about everybody's least favorite president, Donald J. Trump. The reason is, yes, recently fired man, Donald J. Trump. Exactly. So we're doing 10 questions about him, and then my policy, I don't know if Doug's going to follow this, I'm never going to ask another question about him again. It is my Trivia Ronin policy. Doug's on board. So we're just doing 10 about these ding-dongs that were just in there just to say bye-bye. So study up on that shit that's been stuck in your head for 4 years and take a deep breath after every question, guys. Question number 11. We got shots? Shots. First of all, ta-da! Within 10 pounds, how fat is that walking McDonald's grease trap who was just president, according to his 2019 physical? 45 seconds. Donald's so fat. How fat is he? That's what we were looking for. You guys remember Stand Up? I know it's been a while. He's so fat when he sits around the White House, he sits around the White House. There it is. Salud. That's water. Just in case we can't monetize in the future. That's not true. Question 11 within... What's happening? Can you not play? Oh. Stop. Game on. We just did another new one. Yeah, sometimes you have to refresh it like it's 2005 again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Within 10 pounds. This is the one I should have given everybody. I mean, it's all a good guess. I think we're all going to go high. I actually don't know if anyone's going to get it. Oh, wait. One person got it, and it's Larry. He's actually 243 pounds. He was 235 when he came in. 243. So 233 gets you up to 253. If you got 250, you got it. That's according to his physical. That's also probably bullshit. Question 12. According to the Steele dossier, remember that? 45 definitely paid 2 Russian sex workers to urinate on a bed in front of him because it had previously been slept in by who? Stuart. 2 possible answers. Christopher Steele. Hey! That's a point. That's a point for the birthday boy. That's including Ted Cruz, who's currently stuck in his rectum. There you go. There you go, guys. It's the kind of highbrow humor we do here at Trivia Ronin. According to the Steele dossier, 45 definitely paid 2 Russian sex workers to urinate on a bed in front of him because it had previously been slept in by whom? I believe that's a whom. Apologies. 3, 2, 1, show him. Who's got it? Yep. You're in trouble. Nailed it. Yeah, but other people got it. Either one. R. Kelly is my favorite answer, Jasper. That will get you a point. The real answer is Barack and or Michelle Obama. Had both at some point. Slept in that bed. Hope they changed the mattress, but, you know, it's Russia. Also, Putin's got the tape somewhere. Should have used it earlier. Question 13. National Treasure Stormy Daniels claims Trump's penis looks like what beloved Nintendo character? 45 seconds on the clock. She picked it out of a lineup. Not literally. Jimmy Kimmel just had a bunch of mushrooms. And then she said, it's not fun to be underneath this guy, feeling like you're getting fucked by. Small hint, she said, blank from Mario Kart. If that helps anybody, that's your 18-second hint. Five, four, three. Never have to think about this penis again. 2, 1, show him. Waluigi is my favorite guess for a half point. I'll get there. But yes. Yeah, I mean, it's technically Toad. Toad is his name. He is the mushroom guy. I guess, you know, if you want to, you know, I'll go a half on that. Question 14. Guys, I had to edit this question after writing it. You'll see. Poisonous hemorrhoid. Steve Bannon is awaiting trial. Update. Pardoned for stealing money from a nonprofit he created in theory to build what? 45 seconds. Steve Bannon was supposed to go to jail in May because he definitely stole money from a nonprofit that turned out to be for profit and for his profit specifically. Poisonous hemorrhoid Steve Bannon is awaiting trial. Update, pardoned for stealing money from a nonprofit he created in theory to build what? Nine-second hint. Something that's not going to be built anymore. Joe just said no mas. 3, 2, 1. Show him. Foreign Relations nailed it. But yes, it is Pink Floyd's The Wall. It's a border wall with Mexico. Is what he... So a publicly funded project that he was raising private money to help build, even though it was getting built. I think I saw something on Instagram today, Doug. I don't know if you saw it, but it's a fitting end to the Trump presidency where Trump pardons someone who's being investigated by the Trump Justice Department for stealing money from Trump supporters who used to work for Donald Trump. It was great. Anyway, we're there. Question 15. Former President Snowflake ran to daddy in 1968 so he wouldn't have to serve in Vietnam. What foot ailment did he buy himself a diagnosis of? That's misleading, guys. What foot ailment did his father buy himself a diagnosis of? Daddy, the military academy was hard. Please defer my draft 5 times. Former President Snowflake ran to daddy in 1968 so he wouldn't have to serve in Vietnam. What foot ailment did he buy himself a diagnosis of? I say buy himself because he got the diagnosis from a doctor who was renting from his father and then got a rent break because of it. Also, the ailment healed a year later. Although, I don't know. Homeboy still can't walk. Missing spine. Excellent guess, Seth Ron. That's good for a point. Yep, it was that, though. Many people got it. The San Antonio Bone Spurs. Correct, Doug. Bone Spurs is what he claimed. They just get wordier and wordier the madder I get. Question 16. This unemployed loser of an ex-president lost his second consecutive popular vote by 7 million to the winningest winner, Joe Biden. Within a million, how many did he lose by in 2016? 2 number questions. Sorry, guys. But I gave you a million. Got a 1 million vote cushion. Sorry, the question's not who is this unemployed loser of an ex-president. I'm just trying not to write his name. Lost his second consecutive popular vote by 7 million. Oof. To the winningest winner, Joe Biden. Within a million, how many did he lose by in 2016? Now that all are counted. To Hill Dog. 16 seconds left. Hillary having a pretty good time today. Mass game on fleek. Within a 1 million. Yes, show him. Yes. Oh, man, everybody's pretty close. It was 2,868,686. If you guessed 3.8 million or 1.8 million, Give yourself a point, or I'll do it later on Trivia Rat. Question 17. Ooh, yeah, I got mad by this one. Proud cuck and democracy denier Ted Cruz would love to suck 45's golf socks for some Twitter mentions, even after he claimed Cruz's dad did what? 45 seconds starting now. Come for me, Ted. Come at me, Ted. I'll punch your mashed potato face. Donald Trump claimed Ted Cruz's dad did what? Famously. Proud cuck. I'm using their nomenclature. And democracy denier Ted Cruz would love to suck 45's golf socks for some Twitter mentions. Used golf socks. I should have added that. Even after he claimed Cruz's dad did what? What did he say Ted Cruz's dad did? This can be sort of a general response, if that helps. Involving someone we've talked about. 3, 2, 1, show him. He did indeed advance LBA's. Oh, also the Zodiac Killer. I forgot about that. Sorry, I forgot about that. I was looking for shot JFK, but the Zodiac Killer thing was a thing also. Which, God, you know, we forget more things than we remember from this. You gotta watch out, man. They seem like a troublesome family. Guess what? Spoil. Yes, and also they look like melted candles. In 2017, this counselor to the president coined the term alternative facts. Also an alternative fact, she murders deaf children right after they get cochlear implants. 45 seconds. Starting now. That's a Trivia Ronin approved alternative fact about this person. Who coined the term alternative facts. I just like to think she's behind the camera when those kids hear for the first time, and then she just kills them. That's what I heard. Many people are saying that this person kills deaf children. Doug, you think we'll get a lawsuit out of this one? Nah. Get them mentions. Take it all. Take the company. It's almost an LLC. In 2017, this counselor to the president coined the term alternative facts. Also an alternative fact, she murders deaf children right after they get cochlear implants. Show them. Yep. Huck is a good guess. It's not. She said the alternative fact, but it was Kellyanne Doucheface is the correct answer. Or what I put, anything. Alternative facts. Anything can be the answer, because facts don't matter. Sethron with an extra point for saying, I heard she also blinds those colorblind kids after they get their special glasses. Man, she's real mean. Question 19, Kellyanne Conway, real mean person. Despite him being a garbage businessman, Donnie Shitbags went by what Secret Service code name back when he was relevant? 45 seconds, starting now. What was his Secret Service code name? Hint, it is about him being a businessman. Except he's not. Lifetime, I've made more money bartending than Donald Trump's businesses. I came out net positive, so. I know. What was his Secret Service code name? You'll never have to remember this after this moment. I promise. Three, two, one, show him. I didn't know this. 45 is a good guess. CEO is a great guess, but wow, I think $1 Million Baby is also my favorite Jasper. We were looking for Mogul. Mogul's the correct answer there. You guys got it. Was that a guess? Yes. Oh. I'm going to look up Melania's after question 20 and tell us. Question 20, most important of the night. We're not doing any more questions about that man ever. Instead, give yourself a point if it's your birthday. 45 seconds. Yay! It's Chris's birthday, everybody. And just to be fair, if you also want a point, you can sing him happy birthday right now. Or write it in the chat. You. Happy birthday. Yep, This is everybody. It's like we got a good round going. Happy birthday. Anyway, there's your birthday song, Chris. Happy birthday. We don't have to do 45 seconds. I just figured it was more fun to know for 45 seconds. We're enjoying Chris's birthday, damn it. And marking the end, the cathartic end of whatever that was. Yay! All right, so that is 20 questions. Melania Secret Service name. Boom, is, and doesn't even pop up. Muse. She's Muse. That sucks. Oh. No, because Bill was Eagle and Hillary was Evergreen. And Chelsea was Energy. That's weird. Anyway, that's 2 rounds, guys. Start doing the math, but you don't have to do it right now because we will be back in 3 minutes while I grade our scores from round 2. Coming back with Wayla. Wayla doesn't have a theme. We're just doing a Wayla. I mean, it does have a theme, but it's not like a theme. 3 minutes. Hello, everybody. Where are we at score-wise? Yeah, we were actually talking about boobs, so you guys get it. Nueve. Cool. And then Douglas is at 15, but the labias have come storming back with 15 and a half. So we'll see. I mean, yeah, Pud, where are you at? Sorry, 17. Yeah. I mean, storming back as far as the 2 people on Trivia Red. 17. All right. So, but, you know, here we are with Wayla time. Here we are. Rock me like a Wayla cane. I remember this. All right. There is a theme of this. I'm doing a Doug. I'm doing a Doug thing. I'm stealing from Doug all the time. Like, you know, being in this company in general. So there is a theme. Keep an eye out for it at the end. I'll ask about it. First to chime in gets an extra point. Meantime, away we go with Wayla. Question number 1. Who is this actor? 45 seconds. Yes. On the rat. Stop. New round. Classic. Game on. We're live. We're live on the rat. Who is this actor? My favorite thing in finding this image is that this actor, at one point in an interview, I don't know if anyone saw this, he was in an Esquire interview and talked about how he refers to himself as both him and herself. And everyone wrote these essays about how brave he was to come out as non-gendered. And then shortly afterwards, someone had an interview with him and he goes, "What the fuck does non-gendered mean?" And he goes, "No, I'm just like in touch with my feminine side, but I'm a dude." And people were like, "Oh." It was like, Billy D, he just does that. 2-1, it is Billy D. Williams. I already said it. What do we got? Billy D, Billy D, Billy D, Billy D. Lando might get you a half point, but we didn't need it because we all know Billy D. Billy D is not my girl. He uses both him and her pronouns, though. Good for him. Next, what country is this the flag of? 45 seconds. I do a lot of hard flag questions, so I thought I'd do an easy flag question. Man, are we going to change the embassy back? Didn't even think about that. That was so long ago. Who knows? "17 seconds left. What nation's flag is this?" 5, 4, 3, 2. L'chaim, everybody. What do we got? Yep. The nation of fat Jewish. He just went on a bagel diet. He looks great. Israel is the answer. Israel. Question 3. What type of dog is this? You can name it if you want, but I would like the breed of this animal. He does seem like a Crackers. Thank you, Bud. Crackers, the dog is what breed? That's a good point. I will tell you this. Not a miniature version of this. Yeah, feel free to ask. That's actually a regular size basketball. So, just... It's a mexiature. A mexiature version. 3, 2, 1. It's not a mexiature. It's a regular size dog, I presume. Yep. Many people got it. It was Rottweiler or Doberman, but it was Doberman in this case. Doberman Pinscher or Doberman. Boom. What movie's this from? I love this movie. It's probably bad, but in my mind, I love this movie. That's Sean Astin. That's Brendan Fraser. That's the incomparable Paul Shore. You think anybody calls him Paul? Like his mom? Maybe. No, I don't think she's calling him, sadly. Oh, no, I'm sure they have a lovely relationship. This is my second consecutive Pauly Shore inclusion in my in my Wayla, for those keeping tabs at home. He made a Leaning Tower of Pisa, and then he was in this movie, or vice versa, not sure. Lord of the Rings is an excellent guess. Shush. Love it. Slacker's good guess, too, but it is actually Encino Man. Encino Man, the pride of Encino, California, I assume. Question 5. What is under that black bar? What logo is this? 45 seconds. Logo for a company. Excellent Photoshop work by me. By that, I mean I just took... It was actually Microsoft Paint. But, you know, it's there. What child is this? That's what I always want to say. It's not Christmas. This is what's kind of fun about this light, though. We're gonna act like I'm being interrogated by a cop. Hang on. I swear I didn't do it, Johnny. Why do I call detective? Leave me alone. Goosh. Then I get my head bashed in. It'd be fun. Anyway. 3, 2, 1. Show them. Yes, it is that. Anybody drive one of these for a half point? Doug, well, your car doesn't work. We'll still give you a half point. Used to? All right. Anyway, good for a half point. It's a Nissan. Nissan was the answer. Well done, everybody. Corporate America has gotten to us all. Who's this? 45 seconds. Maybe my favorite photo of her. This woman hit on me once. Which is pretty impressive because I don't think she's into my type. Was it St. Felix? You were there, Doug? It was pretty exciting, right? Right. Bar backing. Remember when that was an occupation? Yeah, because, see, there was a time when bars... So a bar is a place where you go to get a drink and sit with your friends and socialize. But also, they were so busy with people that you needed a different person who would just carry all the shit. It's crazy, man. 3, 2, 1. Who is it? She's a national treasure. The hippo. She is the hippo from Madagascar. Thank you, Doug. It is Wanda Sykes. Wanda Sykes. We'll still give you that point. What Greek letter is this? 45 seconds. Greek letter. Not a letter included in Kamala Harris's sorority. I believe she is an AKA. So this is neither an A nor a K. Or an alpha or a kappa. I'll give you that. That's 2 out of 25. Is it 25 in the Greek alphabet? Anybody know? Eh. Sounds like a trivia question for next week. I'm just racking them up. I'm ahead. A week ahead. We'll give that one to the Tinder people, Doug. And Sethron, extra point for driving an Altima. And it's all Greek to him. So, killing it. Guys, Twitch chat, killing it tonight. Yeah. Many people got it. Dark Side is also correct. It's Omega. Not the first one, the last one. Omega. Last but not least, don't worry, guys. I blurred this out for sensitive viewers. This is a Nirvana album called what? 45 seconds. It has Smells Like Teen Spirit on it. it has that other one. Heart-shaped box? Is that on this? Whatever, it's the famous one. There's another one. Come As You Are, thank you. That's an important song that I should have remembered. Lithium, thank you. Also on this. So some people are going to get this right. What's the name of this album? I also think they actually did blur out the area I blurred out. Am I correct on that back in the day? I think so. They did not. They just let that freak thing fly. It's a male baby. Internet. Just in case you're wondering. 2-1, show him. Self-tittled. Good guess, but it's not. But never mind that you got it wrong, because the answer is never mind. Never mind's the answer. Well done, everybody. Some grunge kids here. I like to see that. Next up, this is my man, Kenneth Branagh, playing my man, Hamlet the Dane. Who's he talking to? Character name, please. 45 seconds starting now. What an asshole. No. I'm not a monster. Although it is easily spelled. I don't think there's a catch. Yeah, what was this skull when once he drew breath? Sorry, he's also talking to an actual person later in this scene, but I'm asking who that skull once belonged to. And if this is a weird trivia from this production of Hamlet, I'll give you 1,000 points. If it's like the skull of, I don't know, the other. Yep, Seth Rogen got the line. It's actually with a Y, Doug, but I know what you were doing. I need an extra I there, Steven, but I'll give it to you anyway. Horatio's the live person. Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio. That's the reason Horatio's named that, because that line scans. Horatio, you need 4 syllables. Anyway, it was Yorick was the answer. Y-O-R-I-C-K, if anyone cares. Why would you? Last but not least, this is a single-celled organism called what? And again, Steven, if you want to name it. It looks like a crackers also, but I would like to know the scientific term for this particular single-celled organism. He seems like a waffles. They call me Flower. That's from Bambi. Don't know why. Yep. Hollywood people, you know what this is. Also a former record store. Sorry, Doug. People were going to get it anyway. It's not a giveaway. I mean, it's a giveaway for something that was a giveaway. Oh, I'm going to ask a single-celled organism question about paramecium. Was that your guess? Shit. 2-1 show up. Did you actually say paramecium? Because you'll get a point. All right, never mind. Amoeba is the correct answer. Paramecium is the only other one I know. Amoeba. Great. So now's the time. Unmute yourselves, fam. What was the theme of our round? Biden won, yeah. Because it's only 8 letters. Biden won, yeah. Good work, Jasper. Extra point. That's how you catch up. Awesome. So, 3 rounds. Done. In the books. Do your tallies. Do your thing. We'll do 3 minutes. We'll be back. We'll tell a story. Tonight's story, not about presidential inaugurations. Just a fascinating story. So, away we go. We're going to talk about it afterwards. Hold that thought. Because I'm fascinated by this, Doug. I actually do want to get to the bottom of this. But in the meantime, it's story time. Story time tonight. Inspired. Oh, I need to start the rat. I don't even know how to do the end round in rat. But, wait, stop. New round. Boom. Rat. Game on. So, here's the tea. I watched a movie last night. I have many, many screeners right now because I happen to be on the SAG nominating committee. Thanks, guys. I'm not supposed to say that, but who's watching? Come get me, SAG. If SAG busts us, then hey, that's great. So anyway, I have a bunch of screeners. I watched a movie last night, and I wanted to tell the story of the movie because I'm not sure if anybody's seen it, and it's hard to see movies right now, and it was a fascinating story. I'm going to tell you the story about a man named William O'Neill. William O'Neill was born on April 9th in 1949 in, guess what, Chicago, Illinois. You know who's telling the story. He started and spent, I know, fuck me, right? He spent his time, like his adolescence, his early youth, as basically a small-time thief. in his neighborhood. Although he grew up in sort of a middle class existence, he was just kind of a fuck around. When he was 17, he stole a car with some of his buddies. He drove to Michigan. He got in an accident. He abandoned it. He took a bus back to Chicago. Never thought about it again. Thought he got away with it. About 3 months later, he gets a call from an FBI agent, a man named Roy Mitchell. And Roy Mitchell says, "Hey, man, we got you pinned dead to rights. We have you." He played pool that night. He went to a pool hall, and so he wrote down his name and phone number, which you had to do back when you played pool back in the day to get. You know, you have to give your driver's license. Back in the day, you just had to say name, phone number. That's how they gave you the balls. So they had him at this time. The car was stolen out in front of that place, and then the car was found. So he's like, "We got you dead to rights, man. You're busted." And he goes, "All right, I don't know what to do." He goes, "Well, don't worry. I got you. I'm going to take care of this if you do something for me. I don't know when it's going to happen. A la The Godfather, Doug. I don't know when it's going to happen, but at some point, you will owe me a favor, yada, yada, yada." So he goes, "Okay." So at the same time, in Chicago, Illinois, there's a young man named Fred Hampton. Fred Hampton was a year older than William O'Neill. He was making a name for himself on the west side of Chicago. He was a smart, charismatic kid. He studied pre-law at community college. He was dabbling in the works of Mao and Lenin and Karl Marx. He was sort of a budding communist at the time and the chair of a new community organization in that neighborhood where he was fighting for better access to healthy food for the people of the neighborhood, clothing, education, all kinds of stuff. But at the same time, that if you start looking to give away things for free and make people have a better life in underprivileged neighborhoods, guess what happens? The FBI starts looking into you. So Mitchell says, "Hey, O'Neill. Hey, Bill O'Neill, why don't you go join up with this organization?" So much in the same way that hackers nowadays are recruited to do, white hat hacking operations, right? Like the government hires hackers. Once this organization hired O'Neill, they knew he had somewhat of a rap sheet for stealing cars and bringing into houses, and they said, "You're going to be our head of security." So they immediately make him head of security for this organization, and at the same time, he thinks he's working for the FBI as like a de facto informal agent, right? Like, "Oh, we'll make you an official agent later, but for now you're working as an agent." In reality, the FBI was like, he's just an informant, but actually they sort of gave him this mission, if you think about it that way, where he joins up with this organization. So anyway, he's in there and he's following around Fred Hampton, figuring out what they're doing. He's reporting back and saying, "Guys, this organization, really all they're doing is feeding kids. They're bringing food to kids before school and feeding them. And they're setting up medical clinics for free medical care across this neighborhood. So I don't really know what you want me to do." While he's in this organization, Fred Hampton does this thing to get more. Basically, his goal is he wants more and more people to have access to better and better things in this sort of poor neighborhood on the west side of Chicago. But he wants to spread his reach. So he goes out and in 1969, he makes a coalition with two other gangs in the Chicago area. One of them being the Young Lords, which was a Puerto Rican-based gang in the Lincoln Park neighborhood of Chicago, which is a little bonkers to think about now because Lincoln Park is like the whitest of white. Back then, it was a Puerto Rican neighborhood. All these Puerto Ricans lived there. They had their own organization. And then he also went to an organization called the Young Patriots, which was a southern white organization of white folks who moved either from the Appalachian Mountains or the South to Chicago. And essentially, you can figure out what else they stood for. They had a big Confederate flag behind them when they had meetings. It made for a bit of strange bedfellows because, I haven't said it yet, but Fred Hampton is black. So in theory, they're not... I know, shock. What? So somehow, some way, Fred Hampton goes to these people and says, "Look, man, I'm not your problem. You're not my problem. The problem is the rich folks, right? The problem is the people in power, the oppression of the ruling classes." He starts preaching to them. They become converted. They form what's called the Rainbow Coalition, the first one of many that comes out. But rainbow, they got many different skin colors. They're all in the same thing for justice, for basically a fair shake in the economy. So when you're fighting the ruling classes, you know who doesn't like that? The ruling classes. You know who's an arm of the ruling class? The Federal Bureau of Investigation. So at this point, Mitchell, the FBI agent, decides, you know what, we really need to stop Fred Hampton. He's doing a little too much. So first and foremost, they start by doing good old propaganda campaign. They print out a bunch of pamphlets calling people crackers, saying mean things about Puerto Ricans, and drop them signed by Fred Hampton's organization all across Chicago. So these guys get mad. He talks them out of this and tells them this is the cops. Somehow, some way. They keep arresting him on phony charges for like 2 or 3 days, but he has enough fundraising and he's a lawyer, so he gets himself back out, but they keep just putting him back in, putting him back out. Nothing sticks. So finally they go back to their guy, William O'Neill, who's really just been a member of this organization, telling them various things about like, hey, they did a nice thing for these kids today. They go, William, we need you to give us a floor plan of Fred Hampton's apartment and tell us where any weapons are, where anything is, where everybody's gonna be at any given time. And he goes, why do you need that? He goes, don't worry about it. Has to do it. He's an informant. They also give him a dose of barbiturates. And they say, you need to put this in Fred's drink tonight. And things go down. Essentially, William O'Neill, not in the apartment when things go down, but around 4:30 in the morning, the Chicago Police Department on December 4th, they have a 14-officer raid. Everybody is armed. They knock on the door. The one man with a gun answers it. They shoot him immediately. As a reflex, he fires into the ceiling. And then they go through the apartment. They shoot 4 people who are wounded very badly. 7 people survive. One of the survivors is not Fred Hampton. When they go into Fred Hampton's room, the rest of this organization, the rest of the guys in the apartment overhear cops saying, that's Fred Hampton. He's barely alive. He'll make it, because he had been grazed while he was sleeping. And then they hear 2 gunshots. And then his 9-month pregnant fiance, who was directly outside the door because they had pulled her out, hears the phrase, he's good and dead now. So William O'Neill, in a 1989 interview, the guy who's the informant, he claims he did not drug Hampton. Meanwhile, a coroner's report comes out about Fred Hampton. Turns out he had a very strong barbiturate in his system that night and therefore could not wake up when he heard the knock at the door. So O'Neill's saying he didn't do it, but somebody did it. They do a police investigation. They find out the cops fired 90 to 99 times in this apartment. The only other round that was discharged was that man, Mark Clark, who was shot and fired directly into the ceiling. That was the only gunfire. So after this charismatic man dies, Fred Hampton, this organization loses 300 members in the immediate months following. O'Neill eventually gets out without anybody being any the wiser. He goes in the witness protection program, moves to California, but eventually he comes back to Chicago and he sits in for an interview with a TV show called Eyes on the Prize 2, which was this show about the Black Civil Rights Movement, a documentary interviewing people in the late 80s. He sits down for this documentary. He talks about how he was a part of the movement, never really felt like he was an informant or anything. He just said, I was a part of the movement, and I feel really bad for what happened to Fred Hampton and how it was an unfortunate event, is what this man says. He denies any involvement in anything in the evening. He leaves the interview. Later that day, O'Neill runs into the middle of the Eisenhower Expressway and is hit by a car and dies right after the interview. He was 40 years old at the time of his death. Fred Hampton was 22 when he was the leader of this organization and shot by the Chicago Police Department in his sleep. My question is, in Fred's short life, he was serving as the chairman of the Chicago chapter of what organization? 45 seconds on the clock. What organization? 22 years old. I'll tell you the movie after we're done, but I'll recommend it to everybody. Did it. Who was Fred Hampton in charge? Ooh, that was diffusing me well, my script. I'll fix that suction cup tomorrow. 2-1, show 'em. I assume many people got it. Yep. Yes, that's right. It was a bunch of pandas. It was the Black Panther Party of the United States. Yes, everybody gets 10 points. It was the Black Panthers. The movie is called Judas and the Black Messiah. What are their names? Both of them very good. Daniel something? And anyway, Judas and the Black Messiah, both of them are getting... Yes. And, God, what's his name? The guy from Sorry to Bother You. Anyway, they're both great in the movie. It's amazing. It's a good flick. Say what? Timothy Chalamet. Good guess. Good guess. That's tomorrow's story. It will be a Timothy Chalamet story. So, great. With 10 points, I mean, the Labia's got to 34.5, but Pudman, you got it, right? So your final score, 37. Anybody beating a 37 aside from the birthday boy? Birthday boy gets infinity points, but otherwise, Pud with the on paper win, Chris with the real win. So there we go. Seth Ron, thanks again as always. That is going to do it for tonight. I'll do my spiel. Thanks so much for your support as we try to grow this experience. It is completely in the script to say that, but it doesn't make it any less true. For all of us at Trivia Ronin, I am Matt McNally saying don't be shitty. And hey, 4 more years with a new guy, huh? Let's try it. Just kidding. Let's see what you do, Joe. All right? There's more work to be done, as is clear. Cops still shoot people in their beds. Let's not do that. Anyway, bye-bye, Trivia Ronin.